Well, good morning, Canter Pass Goodies fans, and welcome to the review for the midweek, and that means Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we had a pretty uneventful card on Tuesday at Fairview, where there was nothing much to report at all. In fact, it was one of those cards that you just looked at and you thought, wow, this is going to be trouble. But then we move on to Wednesday, and we went to Greyville, and Greyville was particularly important because it was the first winner for Freaky Cradling. Now, I've known Freaky Cradling since he was a jockey. He's a very, very nice man, very competent, worked with Mike de Kock, works extremely hard work. I think he really set up Glenn Cotson's satellite yard in KwaZulu-Natal. And he's been frustrated with this filly Hurricane Cat, but everything went according to plan. So let's go and have a look at Hurricane Cat winning the first race at Greyville on Thursday. Hurricane Cat runs down the inside to give Freaky Cradling his first winner, and congratulations to him. Check blowing in the wind. Gets a push now, and he gets very weak few backhanders, but Hurricane Cat's got his measure. But the horse that really interests me is One Path on the outside. Only the stick comes out at the 200 here, gets a couple on the right, then it gets hard ridden, but by then the race is over. This one is worth watching in the future. Sorry, that was actually Wednesday, but we then move on to, I want to show you the vagaries of trying to tip horses at the poly track at Greyville. Race 3 was won by Skytrix, and you'll see how pace makes a difference. Here, the fancied horse went to the front and showed really good pace, pulled them along at a good pace, and the unlucky horse was the horse that turned into the straight. Stone Last, Pour Some Sugar on Me, nearly got there. But the winner was Skytrix. Let's talk through it. Well, this illustrates how difficult polytrack racing is, certainly at Durban, because the horses are going really fast here. You can see the horse in front almost off the bit and really pulling them along. The third horse, Pour Some Sugar on Me, comes from way back. You can see it's in the blue cap on the right-hand side of your picture. And Skytrix is reasonably placed in about fourth or fifth place, absolutely ready to pounce, because here you can see how fast they're going. They're just galloping them off their feet. Nothing is going to finish here, and the front horses definitely don't finish. So when they turn for home, you'll see that Skytrix goes through with a pink cap. It's come from about 5-6 lengths off them. Pour Some Sugar on Me right at the back of the field. But this horse in front has gone far too fast. It's well worth watching next time. There's this pure lack of judgment of pace. Skytrix starts running on really well here, and then Pour Some Sugar on Me comes flying up in the blue cap on the outside to run very, very close to them. Pace is everything at Greyville on the poly. We then had some pretty uneventful racing with Shoefella completing the hat trick, which we thought he would do, and move on to the last. Now, the last was particularly important because there was one guy going through on the Hollywood Bets Challenge and got the lot, but he didn't have the bet, so he got 700,000 on Hippocrates, whatever they'd like to call him. Now here's shows where pace is so important, because this horse absolutely cantered in front, went at real cruise pace, nothing challenged him, and he got away from them in the straight at the right time and kept on rolling, and turned out to win a very good race indeed. So let's look at this one. Okay, we'll illustrate you how much the pace means here. The horse that wins this race absolutely jumps to the front and is going a strong canter. Nothing is making an effort to go up there past it. The horse that normally goes in the yellow and blue cap, T-Rex, he's got the blinkers on. That jockey's just posing. See the second horse, how easily it's going. And everything that's got a chance is not in the race at this stage. If you watch the horse in the yellow colors on the inside, This horse just never gets a blow in because the horse in front is cantering along in front and a hard hold from Godden, and ends up going on to win very, very easily because he turns into the straight. Nothing's ever even really having a go at him. You won't see this in England. All these guys are now just starting to punch him out going through the 300-meter mark, and they only really put their horses under pressure inside the last 200, which is here, and you'll see the winner just cruises along in front and actually ends up winning a good race. But the horse that ran third, well worth watching. We now move on to the Vaal Thursday, and as you saw, just about every favourite won. And the one that I really liked was Ideal Future, bankered in everything. Turned out to be the right horse for a Heather Adamson stable. She looked like the right one in a very ordinary race, but nothing much to report, and we're going to move on to having a very good weekend. We start today with Fairview. Luckily, the racing is going ahead on the turf, and then we go to doubleheader tomorrow and then Sunday in Durban. So from me, James Goodman and the Canter Pass Goodies team, remember, we're going to open up subscriptions in about 5 days' time for the next month of Canter Pass Goodies. Hope you have a good one.